is Lama Tantrapa, and I'm delighted to have you here. This is exciting. It's the first day of our 5-day challenge dedicated to the path of empowerment. We are about to blow your mind because every day we are going to walk you through the process of exploring the most important things in your life. I'm not kidding you. We are going to discover what is the most important thing in your life, and we are going to make it work so that your actions align with the most important things that you consider your priorities, your highest values. Now, it's not only me. I also have my fearless apprentices with me today. Thank you so much, Sirka and Sean, for being here.
Woo-hoo!
Thank you. Woo!
Sirka helps women worldwide transform their lives by awakening their authentic voices. She offers her unique gifts as the voice empowerment coach, Qigong coach, intuitive healer, and professional singer. Thank you so much, Sirka. You are awesome.
Oh, thank you. I just love being here. This is amazing. I am excited to follow all these people's path of empowerment. Ah, what a journey. And I'm delighted to be here, not only with you, Lama, but also with Sean Hall. And Sean is a certified practitioner and coach with 15 years of experience helping people reclaim their health and live life on purpose. And he also helps you in becoming pain-free, centered, and confident so that you can conquer the self-imposed restrictions and barriers that keep you from manifesting your dreams. Welcome, Sean Hall.
Yeah, so stoked to be here with you guys. This is my favorite subject. I love diving deep with people on this. And we're going to find out your why. We're going to find out, so there's important things in your life. Let's find out why those things are important to you by getting closer and closer to your values. And what better way to do this than to kick this off with Lama, who's going to explain the wheel, this wheel of life that we're going to dive into. And Lama is an ordained Lama, if you didn't know. It's not just Lama. He's actually an ordained Lama in the tradition of Tibetan shamanism, and he's the lineage holder of Qidao. As the founder of Academy of Qidao and creator of Qigong coaching, he's helped thousands of people experience empowerment to live their lives in the flow. So thank you so much, Lama, for walking us through this first video.
Thank you. That is an excellent introduction, and I also appreciate you, Sean, being here. What we're going to dive into today is a simple and elegant exploration of your values. And we are going to do the first exercise using pen or pencil and a piece of paper. That's right. Let's just get a big piece of paper, or whatever size piece of paper you can muster, and a pen or a pencil. John is holding up a piece of paper.
Yeah. So big, you want construction or computer size, that works best, for me at least. Because I'm not the best drawer, and the more you have to work with, the better.
Yeah, and as you saw, Sean was holding up a piece of paper with a circle. So I invite you to draw a big circle covering most of that piece of paper. It doesn't have to be a perfect circle. If it is an egg-shaped or ellipse, that's fine. And we're gonna divide it into 12 slices. Like imagine you're getting a big pie of pizza and you're cutting it into 12 slices. Or you can imagine it's a big clock dial and you're just simply identifying each of the hours and dividing the clock dial into 12 slices. We're going to name each and every one of them. Sean is holding it up again. Thank you.
This is the clock dial or pie that I have made.
Awesome. Thank you very much. So
Labeling.
what we're going to do is name each of these slices, starting with one on top at 12 o'clock position or directly to the right of it. And we're going to go clockwise around this entire circle. The first slice of this pie is going to be called physical health. Something that most of us would like to experience. And unfortunately, not all of us are in perfect physical health, but we're going to name the first slice physical health. The second one is going to be mental well-being. Obviously, it's not quite the same as physical health, but it's very important to maintain that. The third slice is going to be called entertainment and hobbies. Hobbies, things you do for fun, obviously deserve some attention. The fourth slice is going to be called physical activities and sports. Be that athletics, or you go running, or do yoga, or practice Qigong. All of these qualify. What doesn't qualify is watching sports on TV. Now, the fifth slice is going to be named family. One of the crucial values that most of us have. And the one after that is intimate relationships. For some people, it's the same thing as family. For some people, these are two quite distinct areas of life. The one after that, let's name it social life. That includes friendships, your community. And the one after that is your social contributions. What do you do to make this world a better place? You volunteer, or you support certain important causes. The one after that, slice number 9, is going to be career. Whatever your career may be, if you're unemployed, obviously you're aspiring to have some career. If you used to have a career and now retired, well, maybe you're exploring a second career or third career sometimes. The one after that is going to be called finances. It may be very closely related to career for some people. For others, career is one thing, but finances necessarily not necessarily related to career. The one after that, slice number 11, is going to be personal development. And a crucial aspect for some people. I personally consider that one of the important values in my life. And the last but not the least is spiritual development. So now there are 12 names on this pie chart. And Sean is holding it up again. Thank you, Sean. So to reiterate once again.
Yes.
Physical health, mental well-being, hobbies and fun, physical activities and sports, family, intimate relationships, social life, social contributions, career, finances, personal development, and spirituality. So with this 12 areas of life that cover most of the areas that we have, some of us may not have all of them actually fully developed, or sometimes we may feel like they're intersecting. Like, for example, if I'm a professional athlete, well, career and sports will be kind of closely connected. If, for example, I'm a spiritual teacher, spirituality and career are intrinsically connected for me. We are going to go through each and every one of them and do an assessment. How satisfied you are with the quality of this particular aspect of life in the present moment, or at this particular point in your life. It may be not exactly today, but maybe over the course of the last week or two, or beginning of this year. So I'm gonna take the first two, starting with physical health. Let's assess on a scale from 1 to 100 how well you feel in terms of your physical health, with 1 being at the pretty much the lowest point on the scale. Well, 0 would be being diseased. 100 would be absolutely 100% healthy. I've never met anyone like that, but who knows, maybe you are one of the people who is 100% healthy. Let's see how satisfied you are realistically on the scale from 1 to 100 in terms of your physical health. And then put a notch on the line connecting the center to the 12 o'clock position. That spoke of the wheel, let's put the notch along the scale, with the center of the wheel being 0 and the perimeter of the wheel will being close to 100. Where on the scale would you put yourself? Thank you, Sean, for holding it up again.
Yes, I went ahead and did mine for physical health. Mine's at 85, so this is the 0 point, and up here is 100. And I'm not quite at 100, but I'm at 85, feeling pretty good, but still room for improvement, right? And what I did was, Lama, I'm sure you can tell me if this helps, but putting it on one side of the piece of the pie, right? Because we will refer back to this chart. And if we pick one piece of the pie, we can use the other piece of the pie for a different part of the exercise.
All right, thank you so much. Let's take a look at the mental well-being. Again, on a scale from 1 to 100, how satisfied are you with the quality of your mental well-being? With 1 being completely dissatisfied, like craziness or some really messed up things happening, 100% absolute satisfaction. Again, I've never met anyone at 100% in terms of mental well-being, but maybe you're one of those people. Let's put a notch on the second spoke of the wheel, the one that would go to the right or clockwise from the first one. Sirka, would you take over the next 2 slices of the pie, please?
I would be happy to. And next we have hobbies and fun. And hobbies and fun, what could that be? Well, really, it can be anything that you feel is fun to do, something that you really enjoy. It can be, for me, writing would be a hobby, or maybe you have a dancing as a hobby, or singing as a hobby, golf, or listening to music, going to concert. It could be anything that feels fun to you. How satisfied are you in the area of fun and hobbies in your life? So put a notch between 0 and 100 where you feel like you are. Yeah. And the next one is physical activity and sports. So these, like Lama said in the beginning, are not the kind of sports you can watch in the TV. It is the kind of physical activity you will do yourself. So for example, do you like walking? Do you play golf? There it is again. Do you hike, bicycle, dance, play like basketball or run or something like in that area? And how satisfied are you with this area of your life? Do you feel like you get out and do those physical activities enough, or do you need more? And then you put the same assessment by lining it up on your the slice of your pie and putting that notch in where you feel satisfied. Yeah.
Cool. Sean, would you take over the next 2, please?
I would love to. So we have intimate relationships and family. So first one is family, and we'll dive into family. Do you live near family? Are you able to visit them? Do you want to visit them? If they're close by and you get to visit them a lot and you feel satisfied, that would be a higher up on the notch, right? Do you get along with your family? Not so much. Well, that would bring it lower on the scale, right? So what is your current satisfaction with family? And then moving on to intimate relationships. Do you have a spouse? Do you have a loved one? How are things going there? You don't have to tell me now. Maybe if things aren't as ideal as you'd like, you can perhaps, there's areas for improvement, right? So these are definitely separate, but sometimes, you can have intimate moments, not just with a spouse, but also family members. You can have intimate moments with friends. And these are moments where you feel like you might be able to open up a little bit more and be intimate. So I would say that's the key word here. How well are you able to be intimate with your spouse, your loved ones? And what is your level of satisfaction? Go ahead and take it over, Lama, for the next 2.
Awesome. Yeah, well, you mentioned friends, Sean. I would say friends actually fall under the category of social life, unless those are friends with benefits. Uh, we are going to measure how satisfied you are in your social life and the dynamics that you have with your friends, within your circle of influence, or your community. Let's mark the notch on the next spoke of the wheel. Continue clockwise. Measuring on a scale from 1 to 100 how satisfied you are with your social life. And let's move on to social contributions. Those are the activities or actions that you take to improve the quality of not only your own life, but also lives of other people, or making this whole world a better place. It may also be what you do not only for other people, but perhaps for the environment. So all these important causes fall under this category. Let's see how satisfied you are with your level of contribution, or perhaps creating a legacy. Let's mark on the next spoke of the wheel that level of satisfaction. And let's move on to the next one. Sirka, would you take it away?
Always. Career. How satisfied are you in your career? Do you feel like you are, working the hours you want to work? Do you feel like you could use more work? Is it fun going to work? Have you created your own business yet? If that's your dream, how are you feeling in career? Are you making enough money? Which brings us to the next slice, that is finances. And finances, how is that going for you? Are you managing the money that's coming in and out? Is there flow? Or do you feel like there's a lack in finances, or is an overflow, which is a good thing, right? So assess those two areas separately. Take it away, Lama.
Actually, I'm going to pass it on to Sean. Sean, would you walk us through the last two slices of our pie chart?
I would love to. These are two of my favorite. Personal development. Now, personal development can qualify as a book you might be reading, self-help book. Personal development could be it could be some sort of counseling or therapy or coaching. One of my favorites, moving into spirituality, because just like Lama, I do feel like my coaching definitely it goes into the spirituality realm. So what type of spiritual practice do you have? And you don't need to name the spiritual practice, but does it bring you satisfaction? Do you feel satisfied in your spirit, in your meditation practice, perhaps? Or maybe it's your yoga practice, or maybe personal development is also part of your yoga practice. So there are a lot of these that can kind of seem similar, but when it comes to spirituality, do you feel fulfilled? This is what really will encompass the whole thing, is like our purpose in life. And this is where we'd like to raise the notch for you if you don't quite feel satisfied fully.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Sean. We are going to use this pie chart throughout the rest of the week. But for now, this is going to be your homework. Continuing going through the 12 areas of life and potentially refining your awareness of how satisfied you are. Perhaps what you put as a notch on that particular slice of the pie chart may well have to move. Perhaps you realize, I'm actually not as well-to-do financially as I thought I was. Or maybe you realize, my intimate relationships actually are more satisfying than I initially thought. Whatever that might be, this is going to be your homework. And don't just create a pie chart for yourself. If you don't feel too self-inhibited or shy, please take a picture of it, just like Sean was showing his on the video screen, and post it in our Facebook group. Why? Because it will provide you accountability, and also we will be granting special prizes to the people who are most proactive throughout our 5-day challenge. So the special prize for the first day of our challenge is going to be the meditation CD the meditation album called Qidao Initiation that I recorded a few years ago. And it will include a number of really amazing and quite unique meditation practices that you will not find anywhere else, presented in a way that I teach them. And this is a meditation practice that obviously will improve some aspects of your life, perhaps boost your social life, maybe boost your spiritual development. We'll see how that will work for you. Make sure to post that in the Facebook group, and you will have a chance to win the meditation CD. And I will look forward to seeing you in that Facebook group, sharing your experiences. Feel free to ask your questions. If you have some breakthroughs, don't hesitate to post them as well. You will get some special cheering on from Sirka and from all the members of our team, and also from other participants in our 5-day challenge.
Yeah, it's an amazing opportunity to really get support for your current journey, starting this path, this new you in 2022. But really creating your own path, and then having all this support. We will be there. We'll be able to comment and see your comments. So love that this is so much more interactive nowadays. We're not just going to be delivering you message. We want to be able to work with you on this project with you.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Sean. Thank you so much, Sirka, for helping with all this process. And we're going to have some serious fun for the next several days and beyond.
Woo, thank you, Lama. Thank you, everybody. See you in the Facebook group.